All right, we're waiting for Wes, and then we're gonna do this NFL talk. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If you were here for the first fucking NFL talk that we did, right? You made some cash. All right, it's a gambling talk show type of deal, type of thing. Right or wrong, if you were here, like we called some shit. We're gonna talk about it. Throws it
back to Ballard. Ballard leaps for the end zone. Touchdown. Side he does. McCaffrey leaps. End zone. Oh, touchdown. Touchdown over Marcus Epps. Dives for the pylon. Is he in? Is he in? Yes. They turned the ground over 3 times. Antonio Brown. He is a one-man wrecking crew.
I think the Lions are what's the stat, Kazi? The Lions are the first time. I did take the Bears, bro. I literally took the Bears. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you. I literally took the Bears. I took the Bears at plus, I think it was plus 8.5. I took the Bears. Oh no, bro, what, listen, I know no shot I bet on fucking Dallas. You know who they're playing against? They're playing against Tom Brady. Okay? And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I ain't betting on fucking Dallas. You know what I mean? I grew up in sports. You have to respect your competition. Saying that I'm a Packers fan and we got our asses handed, but we started slavery. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think anyone's... Wes, are you ready or what, brother? Nah, the Broncos pick got me fucked up. LV Pizzle, the MVP. Love you, baby. Yo, Swaglicious. I saw you type some shit, man. I was closing out chat and I saw you say an L was on me when I went to rebroadcast. I gotta... It's painful, man. It's painful when you see a name pop up. You know what I'm saying? No, seriously though, I'm not even joking. You got literally caught out by the worst luck ever because I clicked the rebroadcast and I was clicking through it and I was going to close out a chat and your name literally popped up. I am curious what you meant by it though. I will be honest. I'm curious what you meant by it. But are you ready then, Wes? Saints W, bro. We're gonna talk about it. We're about to talk about it now. We're gonna do a recap first, and then we're gonna follow into week 2 picks. But bro, we had really good picks. I won't lie to you though, it was fucking close. You know what I mean? All right, Wes, I'm gonna call you. And by the way, in case you were wondering, this is an exact example why you don't look at chat and why you don't give a fuck. Because I got swag. I don't even know how to pronounce her name. Like when I was clicking through, like I said, it's really bad luck for you that I even saw. I'm just having a joke with you. Don't fucking worry about it. But he said like when we played FaZe, I don't even know what the fuck the reasoning was. I don't know what the play was. If they lose, this is on Snakebite or something like that. I'm like +7 with like 10 caps while having unstable pack of loss. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Conradson, thank you for the prime. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 2 months. And that's why you just can't look at this shit. You get what I'm saying? That's why you just can't look at it. Because no one fucking knows. No one knows what the fuck's going on half the time. No one knows what's going on half the time, what the fuck they're talking about. If it makes you feel better, I blame you for every loss the Sen has. I put that on me for sure. Chairman, I respect that. It's on my shoulders, you know? Oh, fuck no. Don't blame me. What the hell? Leave me out of it. We play good, man. We play really good. If you know how good, terrible we were at live fire strongholds, like back in fucking what was the past event? KC. I mean, shit, dude. You know, that's a good team that we're playing against, man. A great team. So. We're gonna talk about service. Are you content with the different overtime settings? I just don't think there should be a timer on the overtime. Bro, I hate overtime in general. I really do. I really fucking do. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Bro, because it's just lame. I'm going to say this before we join up with Clutch because, like, Wes helped make the game, so it's somewhat painful for him to hear. I just think it's fucking lame losing the game on a starting strat. I fucking hate it. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It's the rules. It's the gameplay. It's how it goes. You know what I mean? But I fucking, oh, bro, you go to an OT and like you start and they get fucking camo, both thrust, heat wave. Well, guys, we played good the first, you know, the regulation. I mean, fuck. But like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, what are you gonna do at the end of the day? I'd rather it just like, I almost would rather that. From a flag standpoint, I'd almost rather that there was just a time limit. But at the same time, that's how CTF has always been played. So I don't know. I actually don't know if I would change it. But I do hate it. I do hate it, you know? All right, Wes, I'm calling you now. Garsky, that's how I feel sometimes, homie. That's how I feel sometimes. Oh, sure, it's scary though, bro. It's tough. I'm sure other teams are experiencing it too with like the unstable pack loss stuff and whatever. It gets scary, you know? It gets scary. Yeah, Wes, you there?
What's going on, everybody? Why not be clutch? Why not be in game 5? Why not have snipe when it's 49-49?
You were probably so low for everyone, but I mean, I appreciate the hype. What's up, brother? You're scared for no power, huh? Wes's power went out, guys. Like almost what, for multiple hours?
Honestly, I took a nap. I don't know. I woke up, it was back on.
You're like, all right, cool. All right. Can you guys hear Wes okay now or no? Guys, we're pretty much done with the Halo talk. Rather than obviously, if anyone, I don't know, other than us randomly talking about Halo stuff, a little louder. Okay, I got you. But we're gonna be talking NFL stuff. And picks for week 2. So if you aren't in football, you know, you're more than welcome to stay around. But obviously, I just want to give you a heads up. Love you guys, though. It was good talking to you guys. I know it's been a minute since I've been able to stream. All right. Can you talk again, Wes?
Yo.
Chat? Good? Yeah, if you're a Cowboys fan right now, I'm not gonna lie to you, that is tough fucking scenes, but we'll get into that in a second. Can you guys hear him okay? Louder? Fuck, okay.
Louder.
It's because it's not me being, there's no way I'm quiet. There's literally not a chance I'm quiet. Am I? Oh, okay. Because when we play, we have to be in Discord and we lower our stuff all the way down. All right, Wes, talk now.
Hello. Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Better? You guys want him up more or no? Optic one. You say more? All right, I got you. Just gotta make sure. Lot said, "Tell Wes." LVP says, "Oh, sorry, Lot." No, did you hear him? He said he's not listening. Say he doesn't want to hear it. Yeah, that's what he said. She goes, okay, then tell him I said, fuck you.
It's crazy how fast they switch up on you.
They do switch it up.
Just in a moment.
She said, SB acting like our audio tech checks is what she said. All right, hold on. Chat, we are almost ready. Oh no, I did something wrong. Hold on.
That's why we have rehearsals, ladies and gentlemen.
This is what we miss our rehearsal. We had the worst. Okay, so we started an NFL fucking betting, I don't know, talk show, whatever the fuck you want to call this that we're doing here. Just us, literally, honestly, brainstorming our picks. And this week, aka next Sunday, we have a tournament. West's call time is like fucking 10 a.m., so we can't even do it. It's not like we can do this tomorrow. But we've had a tournament yesterday, today.
9 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, because we're playing, because it's early, it starts earlier tomorrow, so it makes sense. And then next week, we have an actual LAN event.
Wait, 11 Eastern?
Oh, that's early for you, bro. That's bright and early.
What time is that for me?
8 a.m.
You're fucking kidding me. All right.
It's 8 a.m. for you, brother. Dialed. Hey, isn't the Valorant playoffs on tomorrow though? I mean, like, that's kind of fucking chill. No?
Yeah.
I mean, we ain't mad about that, no?
I mean, North America's gonna get fucking waxed.
You think so?
Yeah, that WoW team's just better.
I hope Green
If we
Wall.
had 5 EAs, we'd have a chance. We just don't have 5 EAs.
Are you roasting the Green Wall?
I'm not one to try and roast the best team in North America, as they do represent our entire country.
What region is loud?
I'm pretty sure if you put me on FNF's spot, we have a better chance though. So strong words. You think so? You're a better shot caller than FNS? I mean, if you let me sit there for practice for fucking the last 2 years, I'll be
Brazil.
Nice.
Okay.
I don't want to be on like recording saying this, but I will say that.
I mean, it's just you're being confident in yourself more than anything.
Just trade. If they're looking at crashes and they kill crashes, you should be able to get the kill. That's all I'm saying. I get the kill when I play.
You play against crashes?
Yeah, actually, I've played crashes 3 times.
Fair enough. You're keeping count, huh?
I am. I'm a fan. That being said,
he's keeping count how many times he fucking plays against. Oh, I respect that.
Run up on the server on me and find out.
Exclamation merch.
I believe the term is fuck around and get smoked.
Fuck around and find out. All right, Wes, we're doing the recap. Hopefully that's good and you can see it decent enough. Obviously it's fucking late, so we won't take too long on a recap, and then we'll jump into week 2. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, much love, Garski. Much love. All right, week 1. I mean, bro, I kind of said it earlier. I don't know if you were in here. No, you weren't in here when I said it. We called so much. We did well. We did really well, didn't we?
The bank account proves it, too.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you did. Listen, I want to call you out slightly, okay?
You'd have 2 houses right now.
Listen, I'm going to, because listen, I'm going to call you out.
You should have 2 houses. No, I said take a house, sell it, use the money to put it on this. You'd have 2 houses right now.
I'm going to call you out because Wes literally, he literally said, and the last time we talked about this, he literally said there are quarterbacks you don't bet against. And like, what is it? Tom Brady's on that list. Wes texted me. He literally took Dallas.
Hey, and guess what?
Oh
hey,
my God.
The no bet list exists for a reason.
That's
you just
fair.
stay off games. I have a fucking problem.
Yeah,
I can't
that's
stay
fair.
off of games,
So,
especially primetime games.
This is I mean, you do want to have fun watching the game. This is a do as I say, not as I do scenario, basically.
This is if you're disciplined, you'll make money. I'm in it for the fun.
That's fair. I like that. You're not in it for the money.
No.
All right, we'll go. I don't think there's really any rhyme or reason to the way to like break down the games, but we'll just kind of like break down significant stuff. I mean, Bills, Rams, we kind of talked about that already because it was post-show. Eagles, Lions. Bro, Lions literally, like...
Told you that was a trap game.
Yeah, I know you did. Bro, if you put money... You know what's funny? I literally have it written in my notes. Trap game.
The spread was 4.
The Lions covered the spread.
No.
Yeah, the Lions covered the spread. Yeah, when they were
4.
down a shit ton, too, weren't they?
Yeah. Philadelphia looked like the truth. AJ Brown is. They were
going off in the first half. What do you think? I feel like the Lions are the same thing 2 years in. I think the Lions are going to be pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna talk about. No, listen. I don't think they're going to be good. I just respect the fight that they have. Is that fair to say?
Oh, that's adorable. I respected the fight that you and Fierce had back in the day.
We were listen. I was scratching. I was scratching for every pro point back then. I was. Are you saying I wasn't?
No, you guys were fighting.
Exactly.
I'd hear about every series y'all had against the top teams from Thrust.
What?
We lost 50-42.
We lost 3-0, but it could have been.
Yeah. 3-1 in the CTF. But,
that's my favorite.
We had one flag all the way through camo. It was just hysteria that got behind us, and he stopped the cap, and that was the counter capped off that. And then, Pistola went on a frenzy. If he doesn't get that second pair of rockets.
That's the esports special. And chat, you guys probably know this, or now you know this. That's literally the esports special. Is like, it's so easy to look at a series and be like, man, Yeah, we lost, but man, it could have been a 3. You know, like it's such we used to do that all the day, like back when we were like a lower pro team. Basically, it's like we would like be trying to upset a team and we lose like 3-0, but you'd be like, man, if we just won that flag and that Slayer was 1 kill and but it's just so funny because West being West always laughed at hearing the stories of it back then because you hear it over and over again, didn't you?
It's because the story would always end with, all right, so where y'all at? Well, we play triggers down for top 8. I'm like, well, you're fucked.
Yeah, especially H3 TD, let alone.
Yeah.
09 TD. Oh boy. Yeah.
They were in winner's bracket.
They were. That's true. I was gonna say that. It's actually. Well, you beat them. Yeah, I think the only time that they would have been losers was the first time you beat them. You were on BTH when you beat them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't talk about it. Don't worry. Steelers, Bengals. I mean,
Called that.
I mean, we did call it, didn't we? We said it the entire time. I'm gonna check my notes when it says. We said you literally said +7 was a steal. I agreed. You would have lost if you took the money line though. But to be fair, Cincinnati still should have won. Like with how bad that game was, Cincinnati still should have won, and Pittsburgh would have covered with +7. So.
Yeah, I was not touching the money.
How many picks did Joe Burrow have? 5 or was it 4?
4 and a fumble, I think.
And he iced up at the end of the game. They literally should have won it still.
I mean, how good is TJ Watt? That's what I think the world will fucking learn that game. And TJ Watt is absolutely
We'll talk about it, but I don't actually know what his injury update is. I know, I don't think he needs surgery. I don't think,
it's like 8 weeks.
8 weeks. 8 weeks. Oh, shit. Okay. All right, let's run through it fast. 49ers, Bears. We literally said the Bears were kind of sleeper picks, trap game. Everyone bet on the 49ers.
It's a long way to travel.
And it was, the weather was literally downpour rain on top of it. So we're like.
Yeah, it was a shit show.
Yep. I had the Bears. I bet the under, and I also took the Bears at +8.5 and crushed both of those. Browns, Panthers. This
was a heartbreaker for me.
Yeah, because you said you were taking. Do you say you were taking the Panthers?
I wasn't on the Panthers, but I really was like emotionally
like you wanted
to win
because you thought Baker Mayfield got done a little dirty, right?
Yeah, I knew the Browns had more talent, more blue chip players. I mean, no doubt that they're the better team.
I mean, they were in it, you know?
Yeah.
They were in it. I mean, it's tough. I wonder how the rest of the year will go for the Panthers now. They're playing the Giants next week. We'll talk about it. Saints, Falcons. I bet the Saints all the way here. I was absolutely terrified. You said the Falcons you took the Falcons, right?
Yeah, I was on the Falcons +5.5.
You were on the Falcons +5.5. I was on the Saints money line.
Oh my god!
And bro, let me tell you, that was a roller coaster, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a roller coaster. Yeah, trust me, I regret it. And you know what? I regret not listening to you. You literally said going into it, and I knew it in my head. Atlanta always plays New Orleans really close, like
they
really
close.
I know games. They do. I know,
especially early in the season, and Atlanta's like hungry and they think they have a chance.
Yeah,
before they've thrown in the towel. Atlanta's always spicing it up.
Their division game as well on top of it, right? Which is what we kept saying.
5.5 in a division game.
That's what. Yeah, exactly.
Too many points.
Colts Texans. The Colts looked absolutely terrible. We're going to talk about that again going into next week.
On the Texans.
You took the Texans. I took the Colts money line. I voided my bets because they tied. They managed to tie.
You were fucking praying for a tie.
I'm telling you, everything was looking really like when I look back at the bet slips, like I go to my settled tab.
That was a good hour for you.
No, bro, it was like an intense. Like the day could have gone. I said the day went well. The day could have gone very bad. Karski, thank you for the love. Much love.
Rough.
It was but it was really. My first half of the day, I was like, wow. You guys ever have that where you look at games? I'm sure Wes, with gambling, you look and you're like, bro, I'm writing stuff down, taking notes. Mm-hmm. The first half of the day, I go, I know nothing. I could not. I literally thought I was so ready for the week one. And I think someone said in the chat, it is week one. I kind of knew. You kind of know going into it, it's going to be a little bit of a shit show overall.
Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, the NFL is a week-to-week league, and now, we have what we feel like are fixated figures of who these teams are coming into the season, even though, every year you see brand new teams in the playoffs. You see, certain organizations can stick around when they have like corner pieces, like MVP caliber type players, but then like everybody else is just you're playing.
It's
roulette.
like what pieces do you get that make it in your favor, and sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it does too. Let alone injuries. Oh my god! Like the Steelers went from being like you're like shit, the Steelers should be really good, and to now it's like
I don't know if anybody was saying that.
No, not really good, but like they're a tough team to play against. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like the Steelers,
you never want to bet against the Steelers.
Really, the Steelers. I feel like their defense is always really solid. They have T.J. Watt. Now, like T.J. Watt's out, and you're kind of like, okay, well, I mean, shit, they're not really the same team anymore, are they? You know. Sirix, you did say it that the Colts have 8 straight season opener losses. You did call it. They did tie though, so I'll say I'm successful in that. Packers Vikings. I called the Vikings the whole way here. Packers looked pretty. I don't like. They didn't look. It wasn't. The Vikings couldn't put them away. Like I don't know if you watched the game at all.
I saw Justin Jefferson running loose every like 15 seconds.
Listen, I'm not a defensive coordinator. Nor am I, I'm clearly not a defense coordinator. I'm not a head coach.
I
can confirm I'm not now. I just in case you were confused. I didn't get the role. I did apply. But dude,
you're more of an offensive guy anyway. So.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'd say I don't know.
You're better on your front feet.
Okay, so listen, I just have a question. A little bit. I mean, you probably played football, right? Growing up, I know for a fact. I know you played a little bit, right? So
a little bit of middle linebacker
granted,
back
like
in my 8th grade prom.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even know if you played college because you were probably playing Halo back then. But like, okay, so Justin Jefferson is just tearing them apart, right? He is wide open, and I'm just like, how? I don't.
He's the best receiver in the NFL.
You think so?
Absolutely. The guy's he could write a master class.
Is he just like I was gonna say? Is it just the routes he's taken? Is just literally like he's just torching people?
You're like, how do you not double team him? Well, good fucking luck. The guy just he understands defenses, and I mean like his route tree is anything he wants it to be. First off, he's the best athlete on the field. He's faster than you. He's quicker than you. He's more agile than you.
Yeah, D-Dub said Packers didn't even put their number one cornerback on him also. I will say this, if you guys tune into the morning streams with Justin and myself when we play Halo, I will give credit where credit's due. Kirk Cousins is a pretty good QB, man. I gotta no, he is. Like I actually listen, I'm actually gonna give it to him.
I saw some video from like an ESPN clip where somebody was like, 2 minutes left. My life is on the line. I'm taking Kirk Cousins over Lamar Jackson.
No. Okay.
Stop.
No.
He's a serviceable starting quarterback.
Yes. Okay. So hear me out. When I say he's a pretty good QB, I would put him in the above. Like I think he's better than a lot of the starters in the league. Do I think he's like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady? I don't think he's there yet, obviously, but I do think. I mean,
I don't think he has that in him.
Well, we're gonna find out because they got a good team overall, and
I'm not sold on the Vikings.
You're not?
Really not.
Okay, we'll talk.
They lose this week anyway, so it's not.
Oh, really? You think so?
Spoiler alert.
Okay, we'll jump into it. You're a Vikings fan, and he's hopelessly average. I don't know, dude. Justin was reading me his stats from like last year, and
he's got good stats.
He does have good stats. That's what I guess. Look
at his weapons.
No, I was gonna say. I guess that's kind of the thing. Is like it's easy to. It's like fucking video games, man. Like it's easy to look at stats and be like, man, he's really good. But then like it's the eye factor. I guess is like Tom Brady. In the clutch, you're taking Tom Brady every time, and it's like I think that's the hard part with QBs overall. Okay, next game.
I mean, there's definitely if you're a Vikings fan, there's probably like close to 18 quarterbacks in the league that are starting that you're thanking God that that's not your quarterback. But that being said, it's not like he's.
I mean, I take him over like Daniel Jones, you know.
Absolutely.
I think that's
Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what I mean. Like, I think I just give credit where like I mean he does have a shit ton of. You got Cook in the backfield. Like he's got a really good. And now
the line is
they have
good.
Their new head coach obviously is the offensive coordinator from the Rams. I forgot his name, but like. They're gonna put up. I think they're gonna be a pretty good offensive team, and like you said, he's gonna throw. He's gonna throw.
He's not Herbert. He's not Lamar.
Well, bro, the shit we'll go into it when we go over some of these other games,
he's
bro.
Like the Matt
the shit
Ryan
that some.
Tier.
Yeah, I think that like, and Matt Ryan found himself in a Super Bowl though, so but we won't talk about the Super Bowl. All right, Raiders Chargers, bro. This is a heartbreaker. I had an underdog little parlay. I needed the Raiders to cover. I forget what it was. I think it was like plus 3.5. They lost by 5. It was the Chargers are good, man. See, they might be struggling a little bit now because I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the injury updates are going into next week.
I saw
but
some kind of an update that said like they're deciding to keep him out of practice, like he's gonna play.
Yeah, like going in.
The guy was wincing like on the field, and although he played like incredible to end that game.
I just want to I guess with Herbert. Obviously, this is week 2 kind of recap. We'll only talk about it for a second, but
Thursday.
It was a Thursday night's game. I just want to know. You'll see the score in a second, guys. Sorry, I'll get it up after this little overview that we have. But bro, he couldn't run. I guess what did he have? Like a cracked? Like did he hurt his rib? Is that officially what it was? He fractured a rib.
Ribs. I didn't read the article.
So he couldn't run. Like, did you see the 3rd and 1? Like, bro, he had a first down. I don't know if you were watching the end of the game, right?
Yeah, he had a first down right in front of him.
Right in front of him. He threw it away because like you could see the pain when he was running. Right.
Next. He
just
throws an
a
absolute
dime, just bro. And I'm really sitting there like, all right, bro. Like you couldn't run 1 yard and just get yourself to the ground, but you could do that. But I guess I don't know. I guess maybe that's just how I was feeling. I don't fucking know.
You ever had a broken rib?
No, I haven't. That's what I'm saying. Like, I guess that's what.
The fucking worst.
Have you had a broken rib before?
Yeah, I've had multiple.
But
broken ribs,
okay, so. Harder to run
terrible.
than throw, I guess, and that's
moving is not
I guess
what
that's what I figured. I was like, okay, that's kind of what I thought when I saw it. I was like, okay, he obviously has a fractured rib, broken rib. I don't fucking know. But when he was running, you could see him in pain. But when he stepped up and threw it was literally 4th and 1. He threw it to 1st and goal. I forget what it was too. It was literally, it was one of the best throws.
And,
at 4th and 1, it's one of the best throws I've seen. I'm not even joking. It was just a lights out toss.
And I'm not even on the Justin Herbert hype, but that throw was.
It was insane.
That was a good one.
Clutch one. I guess it makes sense though. All right, Chiefs Cardinals. You call it Chiefs all the way here. I'll give credit where credit's due. Wes said if you want free money, bet the Chiefs. I did. They absolutely smoked the Cardinals. We'll talk about the Cardinals in a second because I don't know. I got feelings about the Cardinals. We'll see.
Cardinals are gonna be looking for a new head coach here in 5 weeks.
You think so?
It's on a timer.
Yeah, it's on a timer.
But did you see? I mean, real quick, just
they don't have one of their best offensive weapons though, dude. Like
it doesn't fucking matter. Do you see this shit coming out on the media?
No, I don't.
What kind of an organization are they running over there? They got fucking like Call of Duty clauses in the guy's contract that's leaking out. Like that's the most toxic.
Yeah.
That's the most toxic shit of all time.
That's
How do you bring this guy in? He's supposed to be your franchise guy. You're supposed to build around him, and all of a sudden, like he's getting thrown under the bus.
Yeah, that's actually I kind of agree. I kind of agree with that, like majorly.
That shit's toxic as fuck.
My favorite game of the week, the Giants Titans, bro. Did I not tell you?
Bro,
I told you. I told everyone. I literally said.
All right.
Hey, come on, give credit. Come on, let me hear it.
Saquon breaks off a fucking 80-yard run, and if he doesn't,
200-yard game. Hey, I gotta say though, the one thing I think I texted you this. I know Justin was here when we were talking about it. Did you see the play call to go for 2? They could have played for the tie and went to OT, but instead they went for 2 and went for the win. Love it. Absolutely love it because the Giants.
I love that.
Because they're just not a winning team right now, and it's like they got a new head coach. Like I don't know. I tip it. I tip
you're on the road.
You're on the road. You got nothing to lose. You're against the Titans.
You're on the road. The other team is better than you. Like take the risk.
Take the risk. Go for the dub. Absolutely. Jags, Commanders. It was a shit show. I told you it was gonna be. We said it was gonna be a shit show. I did say that I thought the Jags could cover +3. They didn't. It was close. They were really close. It was a TD at the end of the game. Dean, aka Deranged, much love, homie, much love. I did call it, Hippo. That's what I was saying. I did call. I said I could see it because I just don't think I think the Titans are kind of in a decline, and maybe I'll be wrong about that, but I just think the Titans are in a decline, and I think that the Giants overall. They showed what they have. They have the potential. Like Saquon Barkley can just go fucking off. Their defense can like keep them back slightly, and then if you get like one TD pass, like you have a chance to win the game against the Titans. Whether that's not going to happen week in week out, but it is what it is. Ravens Jets. The Ravens kind of dominated this game. The one thing that I don't really know how I feel about is like. I don't know. Like I look at the Ravens and like I don't know, man. I know you're a Ravens fan, so it's gonna be painful, but
Yeah, watch your fucking tongue.
I know. But like, okay, so I did hear this though. Do you think that they kind of just like kicked it into second gear because like they just knew they had to win? I kind of heard that and it through a couple of podcasts that I listened to. Everyone will go into week 2 like literally in 2 seconds, but like a lot of people are taking the Ravens going into week 2 against the Dolphins, and people are brought up being like, I mean, they played the Jets. I don't think that they looked good, but I wouldn't say they looked like lights out. And I don't know. What do you think?
They didn't look good week 1. I was not impressed
With the Ravens.
No.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I don't know if I still don't know if I'm convinced the Dolphins are going to be any better.
There's a lot of
but
pieces not there though. There's the Pro Bowl left tackle still not in the game yet. The running backs are not there, and the Ravens run through that running back room. So
okay, fair enough.
I'm very optimistic about the Ravens, but until we get guys that are very important cornerstone pieces to the way this team works, like
I mean, the good thing for
best
them,
offensive linemen we have and the running backs, like it's just not like
you can't take I was gonna say you can't take too much out of it. I think the good thing for them is if they can just get a couple of the wins that they like should get, if that makes sense, before they get their final pieces. Like if they could beat the Dolphins and they're off to a 2-0 start, like without those final pieces, that's pretty good.
They better, because I was looking at the schedule. They play in New England week 3, home against the Bills week 4. So
okay, that's the Bills game especially. I mean, Jesus, good luck with that, especially without your key pieces.
Beat the
Pat's.
fuck out of 'em.
You think so?
No.
I was gonna say that's the fandom talking right there.
Beating the hell out of the Bills.
Pat's Dolphins. I said I wouldn't believe in the Dolphins until I saw it. I still don't know if I'm actually sold on the Dolphins.
I'm not sold on them. That was a very misleading game.
Series, much love, homie. Much love. Appreciate you, pal.
Several turnovers in that game that kind of stopped the Patriots from getting some points that allowed the Dolphins to.
OPA, I love you. I love you.
Stay in that game. That being said, the Patriots they looked like ass.
I kind of feel I think everyone is hyping up the Dolphins offense, and they only put up, I say only, they didn't look that good. And it was against a Pats team that I feel like is going to get kind of beat up overall. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Even though I like the Dolphins, like as an actual team, I like the Dolphins. I'm just not sold. Broncos Seahawks, bro. Oh man, dude,
this is the classic. What would have happened to you guys if I played you?
Oh, dude, shut. What would you would have been? You just would have been Geno Smith, huh?
Absolutely just dicing you
bro.
left and right.
My
just
God,
dissecting the offense.
I did lose a bet. I'm salty about this one because I took the Broncos like any sane person
on the Hawks
would.
Money line.
Yeah. Did you really take the Hawks? You told me you were gonna take the Hawks.
I woke up and smelled the air.
I know, and I had the Broncos. I literally texted Wes when they lost. I was like, I literally cannot believe they lost. I would have made like another like $40-$50, something like that. But I literally told Wes, I said, I had such a good week that I can't even be mad that they lost. But I'm still just, bro, they fumbled on the 1 yard line like what, 2 times?
Twice.
Oh my God, bro. And then 4th and 5 with Russell Wilson, and you're not going for it. You're kicking a, what, 62?
64, right?
64? I mean, Jesus, man. We won't even dive into it. It's just too much. That conversation goes on too long. I mean, how are you going to pay the guy that much money and not let him throw the football? You're going to go for a 64-yarder. You're going to let the time go all the way down. No, they had 3 timeouts in that 4th quarter. And on that last drive, they had 3 timeouts. They didn't use a single one. What's the plan? You know what I mean? Last game, Bucks Cowboys. I think if you went into the game and told everyone that the Bucks were only going to score 19, that you would probably take Dallas, but I do not bet against Tom Brady. That is a rule. And
it's a good rule.
Yeah, and the Bucks win. I think the Bucks are going to be really good this year. Dallas looks absolutely atrocious. I think Dallas, especially with Dak Prescott being out. Do you think he's a star, man? Or do you think everyone's kind of on the hate train now with him? You know what I mean?
Dak Prescott, he's in the same tier as Kirk Cousins.
Everyone just calling him like a pretender. Because, you know, everyone gets hyped about Dallas every single year. And every year, no offense, I know we got a couple Dallas. Yeah.
But it's not like people tried to put him in like the same category as like of Lamar.
Yeah.
It's not.
I like how you're such a fan of the Ravens that you go to Lamar like every chance you can.
I think Lamar is like, I say that because I don't think Lamar is like Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Like, I don't think that I'm not talking about like the tier ones, like the Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. Like I'm talking about like that second tier.
Yeah, I agree.
Where it is like
you take him over your average
like
QBs.
It is like Herbert. It's Lamar. It's I'll probably put Joe Burrow over both those guys at this point.
You have to come on. You have to.
I mean, he just threw 4 picks. What do you fucking mean? Turned the ball over 5 times. If Lamar did that, he'd be fucking crucified.
That's actually funny you say that because I actually was listening to a couple different podcasts that said something really similar. Like they were like defending, like I forget who. I think one was like Mac Jones, for example, and he said like if I think it was the Barstool Sports Advisors, I think is what it was if I remember, and they were talking about Mac Jones and they were like, he was saying like if Mac Jones would have thrown 4 picks, like everyone would freak out. It'd be bench him, get rid of him. Joe Burrow threw 4 picks, but it's a little bit different.
Yeah,
it's different scenarios
behind him.
Yeah, and he also
it's because he just played in the Super Bowl as well.
Yeah,
right?
he also had surgery and didn't play preseason, so I think it's a little bit.
And that was something we actually touched on. Was team like players that didn't play in the preseason, they probably had a pretty rough fucking first week.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to disagree with Davix. I do not. I'd have to list it out to really put it or to actually make a list, but I would honestly take Kirk Cousins over Dak Prescott. I'm going to just say that on the record.
Cousins over Derek?
I would now. I really would.
If I'm a franchise, I'm hopefully trading it for a draft.
Fair. All right. All wrapped up week 1. Let's go to week 2. This is where the money will be made. The Chiefs Chargers game. Anytime I see that score, I just think about the score that you tried calling.
Oh my God.
West was so close.
I had 30-24 and 27-23.
West is begging for them to miss the extra point at the end.
Where's Minka when you need him?
You were close. You were very close. All right, we'll do the same old. We'll go from top all the way down. Actually, does that work? Yeah, somewhat. We can do top all the way down, but before we do the Sunday night and that, we'll do the bottom ones if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
I'll let you just drive.
Okay. Pats and Steelers. It's +2.5. Steelers at home.
You want to go? Or you want me to?
You go.
Give me the Pat.
Really?
Absolutely.
Is it because of injuries, or are you just thinking general?
I think the TJ Watt injury is massive. The Steelers look good. They're dogs at home. It's kind of a scary game. I'm not gonna put anything significant on it.
Yeah.
By any means. But Patriots after a loss looked terrible. They're on the road. It's almost like a must-win game for their season. You're not starting off 0-2, especially with the Bills.
Is Mac Jones playing though, or is his back broken? I know I think his X-rays.
Like some spasms.
Okay.
Yeah, this is all assuming Mac Jones plays.
Okay, fair enough. So disclaimer:
don't bet this game until you get the green light on players. That's typically something I usually wait on. If there's ever key pieces to a franchise, whether it's defensively or offense, but
like TJ Watt being out is like, yeah, I mean that's a big defensive play. Yeah, absolutely.
TJ Watt's one of the few defensive players in the league that will like move a line for me.
Agreed. I know what you mean though. Like offense is usually, receiver out, lineman out. It's usually a little more of a factor for sure.
Exactly. I think the Steelers looked really good. They're getting high. They just had a lot of hyped up momentum. A massive win against the Bengals. That's a very emotional win because it's a division game.
Mm-hmm.
This is where they slip up. This is I heard some statistic that was like Tomlin after a 6-point dog win is 0-7 straight up the next week.
That's kind of a crazy stat when you think about it.
It was like, I mean, like we're obviously getting into what the hell are we talking about territory with that one, but I was like, I also heard it backed up with like some crazy New England stats that you can't really like.
I mean, you got to imagine Belichick after a loss is going to be a tough match to go on. I mean, obviously they're still the favorite even on the road. I'm staying away from this game straight up. If you want my advice, I'm staying away. I'm staying away.
If you're looking for a fun little opportunity with this game, like you have to have money on this.
Yeah.
And you like teases, the Steelers plus 8.5.
Jump Bubber, I love you, homie. Thank you so much.
Doesn't sound like a bad bet to me.
Yeah.
I think Patriots win this.
What did you say? Sorry, plus what?
Competitive game. It would be Steelers plus 8.5. Tease it with something else. And
Yeah, I mean that's. I think
teasers are usually sucker bets.
I think that's money.
On
Yeah, I was gonna
this
say
game.
I think that's money. I think that's absolutely money. I'm staying away for the fact of Pittsburgh. They looked good in Week 1, but let's be honest, they didn't actually look that good. Their defense looked really good.
They had 5 turnovers and ended up in overtime.
and ended up in overtime, and they should have lost that overtime. So
my thought process is if when you have 5 turnovers, you don't win the game by 21 points.
that's a red flag.
That's usually a red flag.
100%.
Because you're not going to get 5 turnovers this week.
Absolutely. And I'm now looking at it as their defense is going to probably be worse, assuming TJ. I think he's out no matter what. And I think that they lost 1 or 2 other players too. It's too long to go into.
Najee Harris is like questionable. I know
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
He's a massive
So
piece of the offense.
it's stay away because if their defense isn't going to be as good as they were Week 1, I think New England has a chance to beat them, or New England's obviously the favorite to beat them. But I don't think New England's good, so it's stay away because I'm not convinced either. I'm literally not convinced one way or another. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Yeah.
There's going to be some stay away games. Week 2 is the dangerous week.
What makes you say that?
It's because we think that we've
You
figured
think
out
you know
where these teams are.
Yeah, that's
in
fair.
reality, it's literally 1 week of NFL football. This next week every one of these stories can be flipped on.
I mean, Kazi saying lines to the Super Bowl. They put up 35 against the Eagles. It just shows Week 1 is crazy. I will agree. I think Llama said it. Hold on. I had a stat that I literally read. Llama's posted. Was it? Bro, was it 8 of the 10? What was it, Llamas? 8 out of the 10 QBs, he thinks it was, that didn't play in the preseason lost Week 1. I mean, we called it. We literally said, yeah, go ahead.
I will say that's why when I watched Baltimore play, I wasn't as frustrated. I was like, you know what? The starters didn't play in the preseason at all, and because of that, we kind of look a little like shit.
What a game 1 to have. You get the Jets Week 1. It's a little preseason just thrown into Week 1 for you.
Of itself.
Oh my God. All right. So for this New England, it's stay away from me. You heard Wes's thoughts. You know, he gave you his spread, what he thinks. If you're going to take anything. Panthers and Giants, I stay away from my own team, so Wes can give kind of his thoughts with it. I mean, Giants are the favorites, man. I don't know. What do you think?
Stop.
They are literally the favorites. They're literally the favorites, bro.
The Giants are the favorites.
Do you think that's just because they beat the Titans that people are getting a little high? I don't know how it works in terms of like generating the line overall, and how the line moves. Is that just because they won?
Yeah.
And they're at home too. But I mean, would you go Panthers here? Like, I don't mind. I know I'm a Giants fan. I'm honestly.
If these are 2 bad football teams,
Agreed.
2 terrible organizations. No offense.
It's okay.
I mean that with absolutely.
I was just jumping up and down the fact that we won.
Absolutely.
So
and you should.
We started out with a win. What was the stat, guys? The first time since 2016 they've started out with a win.
You should be popping some champagne 2 hours before kickoff tomorrow, celebrating.
Still
a winning record, because that might be the last fucking time you get an opportunity.
All right, come on, bro, come on. No,
I think the Panthers win this game outright. I think that Panthers lost last week.
Yeah,
and somehow they're coming into a team that won last week. And it's a 1.5 spread. Just a little lesson for those of you that don't gamble a ton. If a team is at home and they're not -3, if it's anything less than -3, Vegas thinks the other team's going to win.
Noted. I didn't know that. Noted. It's usually 3 points, right? Yeah.
Home field advantage is usually 3 points. If the teams are even, home field advantage usually goes into about 2.5, 3 points. So that tells me that Vegas thinks that the Panthers are going to win this game outright.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like, I think the best way to explain it for me is it's 2 bad teams playing. I think that the Panthers are somehow the underdogs in this one. Giants are at home. Giants won. I think that's what moves the line. Again, I stay away from my own bet. I wouldn't bet on the Giants right now. I think it's a little bit of a fluke win. Well, I think we'll see. I think that even though I know the Giants will be bad this year, I think that we'll see how decent they'll be after this week. Or not decent, but like how their competition will be with other teams. I don't know if that adds up, but does that make sense to you? Like in some of the other games, like I could see them beating some teams, but I think this is a big game because if week one's just a fluke, then we're probably just gonna, if we can't beat the Panthers, we're probably not gonna be able to beat a lot of teams.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the way I look at it, at least. Colts Jags. Colts are beat up, man.
This is tough.
Yeah, Colts didn't look okay. So hear me out. I think I started out with almost saying like all three of these games. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not betting on that. Colts versus Jags. I know, bro, because Colts looked terrible week one, right? Came out slow, didn't look good. We literally said they had no business losing. I think is the exact words we said. They had no business losing the Texans. And now they didn't. That is fair. They didn't lose. They almost lost. And now they have injuries going into the game. Jags at home, and I don't know what the stat is. I have to start writing these stats down, but this is always a really, really good matchup for the Jags with the Jags at home.
Yeah, Jags own them at home, actually. I think they've won like their last 8 games against the Colts, something ridiculous like that.
I mean, Jags.
This is a stay away until the Colts prove to me that they are who I think they are, and I think that the Colts win this division. This is a massive divisional game, and if the Colts lose this, that is a huge red flag for these guys.
I think.
They're missing. They're missing their number one receiver. What's his name is out. I can't think of his name.
I don't know the Colts well enough at all. I obviously know them, and I know a little bit, but even their best receiver, I couldn't give it to you. Michael Pittman.
Michael Pittman. That's who it is.
Yeah.
Michael Pittman's out. That's not good. This has every bit of the Colts should win this game. For some reason, if a team has your number, though, it's a dangerous. Divisional game.
Yeah, I was going to say
3.5 points.
Mm-hmm.
I think you lean towards the Panthers.
That's what I was going to say. The Panthers mean the Jags. I would say the exact same thing. I was going to say I don't know either way. I do think that if I was going to make a pick, it would be the Jags. Whether you want to go money,
I feel good about it though. Knowing that I'm betting on
this is a straight. Listen, there are toss ups. These are bets that you see the plus 166 on the money line. And you are just like, you know what? Like they really could win this game. It's not bad. It's not bad money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you're trying to do some wild parlay, it's not the
under also got moved to 45, or the over under got moved to 45 on the screen. It's 44.5. You could take the under on this game, but I don't know.
Let me see. Where did it start out at? It started out at. Let me see. I'll also tell you that right now I'm seeing that 51% of the bets are on the Jags. 78% of the money is on the Jags. That is a 27-point differential. When you see something like that, that means people that know what the fuck they're doing are putting their money on the Jags.
Yeah, fair. Absolutely fair. D-Dub said I would just stay away from it because you were really... Were you really going to go with the Jags? I wouldn't take either team right now. I said Jonathan Taylor and the Colts running back and his game changer. And he wants to be. That's why I would have been bet against them either. Or I wouldn't bet against them
Smart
either.
money is on the under as well.
Yeah.
Smart money is on the Jags and the under.
That's the way I'm leaning. I don't know. Injuries. Colts didn't look good. Jags are the Jags. Under. And, I would go Jags, either money line or spread. But
I'd take the points.
Would you take the points? You don't. To be fair, money line is a little bit of even more of a stretch, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just, wow. You're at home. You get the points. Why not just take them?
Agreed. My favorite game to talk about with Wes, Dolphins Ravens.
I fucking am sick to my stomach about this game. I'm gonna be honest.
You nervous?
Yeah, I'm real nervous.
Why? So walk us through it.
I think this game is. We got our ass beat by the Dolphins last year. By the way, they fucking beat the. This being said, we beat the fuck out of them 2 years ago. So
I didn't even know.
Up with that. I'm nervous about this though. Our cornerbacks haven't practiced all week. I think that Humphreys and this is a big game time. Who's playing, who's not playing decisions. Do not bet on this game until that's kind of been figured out, because there are several key pieces to the Ravens that need to play in order for them to have some success this game that have not been practicing the past few days. Marlon Humphreys, Marcus Peters, they have not been they're like questionable for the game. They're not doubtful, but they're questionable. I expect Marlon Humphreys to get the fuck out there, play. There's a couple of weapons on Miami that scare you, right? Tyreek Hill, he's fast as shit. Jalen Waddle, he's fast as shit. You need your secondary out there in order to ball. I somehow think the Ravens win this game.
Yeah, I don't have Red Zone or like anything other than like obviously like maybe a stream link and YouTube TV to catch the local games. But so I didn't get to watch Miami, right? I got to watch Baltimore. Baltimore looked decent against the Jets. We already talked about it.
Yeah.
I just 20 points against the Pats. Like I don't know if the Pat, like you know what I mean. I'm like I kind of thought they were gonna have a little bit more of a pop to them.
I will say, I heard Lamar Jackson in an interview this week. They asked him about his contract. He said, "I'm not talking about that anymore. It's Dolphin time." So I'm gonna be saying it's Dolphin time at least 100 times tomorrow.
That's fair. That's very fair. Egan said, "If West slanders the Hawks, I'm unsubbing." Wes, you better
literally had the money line Hawk last week.
It's true. He did.
That being said, you guys are not covering the spread this week. I'm just gonna give you an insight.
You don't think so?
No.
We'll get to it. Don't worry. The -3 rule that was spoke about. I like reading chat. Obviously, we keep people involved. Millie, thank you for the resub, homie. Appreciate you. The -3 rule that was spoke about says the Bucks are supposed to lose. Can't buy that. No, the -3 rule is, if I'm not mistaken, is saying
it's a home team.
It's the home team, so it's actually saying the Bucks are going to win.
So Vegas thinks the Bucks are 5.5 better than at a neutral site.
Yeah. So it's kind of the reverse. It's a trap game. It's yet another trap game. They're all trap games this week. It's a tough week this week. I don't know. I'd probably go Baltimore. I'm not convinced either way. Like I said, no offense. It's good to hear that you don't have every piece of the puzzle for your team, so I don't feel that offensive saying that.
There's going to be weeks where I'm ignorantly confident. This is not one of them.
That's fine. And you know what? I could appreciate you as a fan at least giving that, like being like, I'm not actually that confident, you know, because some people just go into it blindly. So that's fair.
I think this is a big. If Lamar Jackson wants to get paid like the #1 quarterback in the league, you win this fucking game.
Yeah, and
get us a win.
I think that you said they play the Pats week 3.
They played in New England, home against the Bills. The next 2 weeks, you need to find a way to get a win here.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could beat the Pats, the Bills.
We're gonna beat the Bills. What are you saying?
I mean, listen, brother.
Give it time. Hey,
listen, brother.
We have a lot of guys healthy at this point. We're gonna learn about the AFC.
By the time they get to the Bills, they'll be healthy playing.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Tampa Bay versus New Orleans. This is a game that terrifies me. I don't bet against. I don't.
Easy.
You just take the points, Saints all the way.
You take the money line.
Really?
Saints own the Bucks. This defense owns Tom Brady.
You know, there's a stat though that like in games that Tom Brady only, I think it's with the Bucks, in a game that Tom Brady and the Bucks only put up. I think it was 24 points or something like that, 24 points or less. They averaged 37 in the following game. But I will say this, Godwin I think is out. Mike Evans hasn't been practicing because of his hamstring, game time decision. That doesn't scream they're going to put up 37 to me. You know what I mean? Like,
they're not putting up 37.
Okay, fair enough.
Not against this Saints defense. This Saints defense is arguably one of the best defenses in the NFL.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That defense is loaded. Front and back.
How good was the defense against the Falcons? That's a genuine question. I'd have to look up the stats. Like, I don't know, but I see the Falcons put up, guys. What was it? 26 points? No, I know. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Don't do this.
You don't think so?
Don't think about last week. The job got done.
The job did get done. The job did get done. I'm nervous for the Bucks. I think the Bucks are going to be good. I think what Wes said is pretty accurate because I can't deny, even though I wouldn't bet against Brady, I still don't know if I even go in this game at all. But I will say New Orleans has owned, like literally owned the Bucks overall.
Ever since Tom Brady's been in Tampa,
yeah.
I think they have yet to beat the Saints.
But Saints, new head coach and new QB and new head coach. So I don't know. I'm not.
Jameis just swing it.
Dude, I saw in the first half of last week against the Falcons, I think he had thrown like 12 passes, and I was like stunned. Like, I didn't know what. I'm not watching, right? So I'm just stunned. I'm looking at the stats, being like, guys, what's going on? You know what I mean? I thought it was the easiest bet of my lifetime, like betting the Falcons. I should have listened to Wes, or betting the Saints against the Falcons. I should have listened to Wes. Division game, stay away, take the points over and over again. I would have been so much less nervous if I just took the points. Oh my god! But I don't know what was going on in that game because he wasn't. He didn't throw. He literally didn't throw like at all.
Well, all I know is I have Michael Thomas on my fantasy league. He did absolutely nothing for the first half. Scored back-to-back touchdowns and helped me win a week. So, go Mike Thomas. Appreciate you 1-3.
Okay, so Wes says take the money line New Orleans. I kind of stay away. I don't bet against Brady. I've said that for basically every fucking game. Sorry, it is what it is. If you want real advice, that's what you're going to be here for.
Not a bad game.
Not
to
real
tease,
advice, but you know what I mean.
Not a bad game to tease the Saints.
Yeah.
Up to 8.5.
Yeah, especially I just like so hear me out though when it comes to this conversation. Even though I might not be on it, you guys go to the Discord. I'll usually kind of link some of the bets that I do. Wes gives you exactly what he's doing for the most part. I do the same if I have one that I'm doing live here. What we say here is what we go with. Wes is gonna take New Orleans, but I will say this: I do like taking games. Like, I'll toss a little bit on, like, I think the Jags, like, it sucks betting on the Jags. I'm not confident in the bet, but at the same time, like, plus 166 when you have every stat going in their favor that they, like, statistically should win the game. Does that make sense? Like, stats wise, the Jags always own the Colts. You go into New Orleans, Tampa, it's plus 120. They always beat Tampa. It's like, it's not necessarily a smart, but it's also like, I don't know. Does that make sense, Wes? Like, it's not a smart bet because you know that it might not happen, but at the same time, everything points towards that direction and you're getting plus money for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the big thing. They're getting points. They're getting plus odds. Like, you just take the points a lot of the time, right? In the NFL, it's such a turnover league. It's a division game. Usually, you always just lean towards
at home.
Yeah.
Like at home, division game plus 2.5. That just screams like take the points. Like more than, I mean, you're saying take the money line, but I mean at the very least take the points. Honestly,
I think the Saints went outright. I think you could tease this game to 8.5. It's a great game to tease. And the Saints probably, I would be pretty confident to say the Saints do not get blown out in that dome.
Okay. Fair. Egan said, ask Wes straight up, do I give Cam Akers another try in my flex spot or start James Robinson from the Jags instead?
You start James Robinson.
There you go. There's your answer.
You needed to do a better job of drafting running.
All right, so I need an answer from you from this one because of what you said. Seattle versus the 49ers.
Yeah.
You're picking 49ers all the way, huh?
Yeah, we're about to start getting into some spreads that are there are a lot of, and this is what throws me off a little bit about this week is that all of a sudden, especially teams that lost week 1, giving away a lot of points. You're talking about the Niners, the Rams, the Raiders, all 0-1, all giving up a ton of.
Yeah,
they're begging you.
They're
begging you. Vegas is fucking hands and knees saying, please take the
Hawks.
Seahawks.
Yeah.
Please take the Falcons. They put up such a good fight last week.
Yeah.
Please take the Cardinals. Absolutely not. Don't fall for it.
Fair enough.
These next 3 games are going to be blowouts. 425, take a nap.
Really?
Take a nap.
Bro, okay. So I get it. I know what you're saying. I feel you. Like Vegas. I mean, they're trying to trap you. They're trying to trap you. They're trying to trap your money without question. 49ers are they good? Like, you know what I mean? People at them. I mean, I don't know. You can call Chicago a little bit of a fluke.
They played in a goddamn monsoon
but
last week.
I don't know if this changes your perspective at all. But it's supposed to be another rain game on time. It's supposed to be another rain game.
It rains in San Francisco.
I don't know. Apparently, as of like yesterday, it's supposed to be another rain game. I think someone just said in the chat too.
Well, then they got good practice last week.
That's fair. It
doesn't rain like it rains in Chicago.
It can't
much
be. I was
different
gonna say
than
yeah.
it rains in San Fran.
Yeah,
it was. It's not like it was raining in Chicago. It was fucking. The players were physically swimming at times.
I think the thing that everyone needs to remember here when you're talking about which way you're gonna go for this game, you need to remember that the Denver Broncos were 2 yards away from 14 points, and that should scare you with like it's like Wes said, they're trying to trap you in. They put up such a good fight and whatever they did and they didn't. You know what I mean? Like 2 fumbles on the 1 yard line and that game is wraps all the way. You know, so I agree with Wes. You know, I think I'm not sold on the 49ers. And I think everyone's starting to sell them pretty hard. I think this will be a pretty good.
I'm gonna ride with them. I'm a massive Kyle Shanahan believer. I think he's one of the best coaches in the NFL. Offensive mastermind. I think the Seahawks just won the Super Bowl on Monday. It's a short week. They literally think that, like,
They won the game that they cared about the most.
That game was circled on their calendar.
Yeah, 100%.
If they win that game, they don't give a fuck what happens the rest of the season.
I 100% agree. Atlanta, LA, going into the next one. You're saying every game's a blowout. You're going Rams all the way here.
See, this one's tough. I mean, it's a long way for Atlanta to travel. The Matthew Stafford injury kind of actually worries me. They looked like shit last week. I would stay away from this game. This is like a trap game where the Falcons could get a little frisky. The Falcons are it's like playing Army.
Yeah. Hear me out.
They play unorthodox.
I remember you saying that literally last week, and then I saw them up, and I was like, "Damn, Wes knows his shit." That's literally what I was thinking in my head when I was seeing the score of the Atlanta New Orleans game.
Falcons seems
I honestly listen minus 500. I don't really see the you know what I mean. I just don't see the value. For the Rams will probably win it. I think that
there's no value.
Yeah, exactly right. So for me, I just wouldn't even. It'd stay away just because there's not much to get out of it. But if I was gonna do something, I would go with plus 9.5. I don't know what the hell I just said. Plus 9.5 Atlanta. Matt Stafford hurt.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah, it's a lot of points. Stafford's hurt. I mean, their offense didn't look good week 1. I could easily see the Rams winning this, and it's just kind of like a snooze fest. You know what I mean?
56% of the bets are on the Falcons. 81% of the money. That is Matt 5. I think.
I didn't hear the stat.
Big differential.
What was it?
56% of the bets are on the Falcons. 81% of the money is on the Falcons. That means sharp money is on the Falcons.
Yeah.
Plus 9.5. The Rams are getting a lot of juice for still winning the Super Bowl after this one, even after a bad week 1.
Mm-hmm. And it's just
I'm not gonna touch this game.
Yeah, I would say don't go for it because there's no value unless if you want to throw something on this game, like we've been saying, then plus 9.5 I think would be the way. I wouldn't trust the LA Rams offense right now until I see it. I'm not going to. Cardinals Raiders. This game is so bizarre to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just don't the Raiders are home minus 5.5 against the Cardinals though.
That Raiders Stadium is wild.
Yeah, I guess
there's a nightclub in the end zone.
Are the Cardinals just not good this year? Like people thought they were gonna be.
The Cardinals aren't good.
Yeah,
it's not this year.
You just think they're not good? Well, because they got a lot of people buying into them last year.
Yeah, they started off 7-0, and then ever since then it was. I think that there's something wrong with that organization. They're gonna have to fire Cliff Kingsbury here eventually.
Yeah,
I think it happens in the middle of the season. Give me the Raiders here. 5 is a lot, especially for a division game. But this line opened up at 2.5, and for it to go up all the way to 5.5, I mean,
it's pretty wild.
That's a massive movement on that part.
Cardinals are missing their number one receiver. I mean, are we putting up points? I mean, they put up 22 against the Chiefs.
They're not bad, but the Raiders are. I don't think the Raiders played great last week against the Chargers. I think this is an opportunity to buy low. I think the Raiders are a good football team. I think they have so much talent.
I respect it. I thought I was under. Is it the same thing we talked about? I was underwhelmed week 1 with the Raiders. I thought they were going to come out a lot hotter. I thought they were going to play really well. They didn't. This is kind of what Wes is talking about when he says don't buy into week 1 too much. I think that's kind of fair to say for this one. Cincinnati, Dallas.
I like the money line on the Raiders. 240 is not a bad price to pay if you're going to take a like a money line.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. And you
reasonable
can toss it
price.
on a parlay too. Like you can toss it with something else on top of it. You know what I mean? Which will just increase your odds. It's not bad at all. I mean, you could literally go Raiders, Bengals, and get some decent odds. You know, the Bengals. Do we even need to talk about this game? No offense if you're a Dallas fan.
Yeah, we should, because I think Dallas is a little bit more frisky than you give them credit for.
Oh,
here.
no way, bro. Their defense is good. I will give. Listen, their defense was really good.
What I will say, you're at home. 7.5's a lot.
Yeah, that's fair.
Everybody loves the Bengals. There is 15% of the bets right now on the Cowboys. They're by far the most public team in the history of the NFL. 15% of the bets, 37% of the money, though. That is, let me do some math real quick. 22% differential. Like, smart money seems to be on the Cowboys right now.
Really?
That being said, Joe Burrow's not going to have 2 bad weeks in a row.
That's what I just thought the same exact thing. And Dallas QB's out. You know what I mean? It's like
I would love for the Bengals to lose this game personally, but that's like
what's the
fan of me talking.
What's the personal reason why?
Bengals are in the Ravens division.
Oh yeah, duh. Fair enough. I mean, that's fair to say. You want them to start out 0-2. I just don't. I would just. I don't know. I don't know if Dallas is putting up any points. I don't think Joe Burrow is going to have 2 bad games in a row. I will say, I do think I was impressed by Dallas's defense, like without question. Holding Tom Brady to 1 TD when they were without. I mean, I think they're in position like 4 or 5 times. I want to say. I just don't. I don't give them points, so I wouldn't take. I would just go Cincinnati both ways for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Cincy wins this game. Since he didn't lose last week, this would be a nice little trap spot for the Cowboys, even with a backup. But
yeah, Dave X, who's a Dallas fan, said we're also missing Curso. Hopefully I said that right. One of our best defensive players. Cincinnati all the way for me, and I agree with Wes. And this is going to be the same exact thing for this game, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about Wes's pick, but we'll just go down the line. Who cares? Green Bay versus the Chicago Bears. Green Bay at home. Mine is 9.5, but Green Bay. Yeah.
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 I want Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers said it last year. I own you.
Hey.
He literally said that
to
the Chicago fan base. That was the hardest line of all time. They need to get the ship right. I think they do get the ship right. I think Chicago is not a good football team. Don't
chalk it up to the weather.
Yeah,
no, they don't have it. They don't.
They want a scrappy game and some absolute chaos.
Agreed.
They are not a good football team. They are in the bottom 5 teams in the league talent-wise. Green Bay has a stalwart of a defense. There's a pick 6 in the future. It's happening here.
It's not. You got Aaron Rodgers, your QB. You know. Easy pick both ways. No point even talking about too long. It's kind of, dude. All these. I feel like this whole week is just trap games and blowouts. If that makes sense.
It's a shit
Bills,
show.
Tennessee, Bills both ways. No.
Let me see. I tend to.
Is there a bet worthy? Is there anything bet worthy in the game? Would you say?
I think if you're gonna put money on the Bills, you are really bought into them going like 16-0 here, because it's like a disrespectful line to the Titans. But that being said, when the Bills start rolling in these games, when they get a lead, they do not hold off. They push the pace, and they are so good at pushing the pace.
Yeah,
I think if we can remember last year, the Titans actually upset the Bills in a wild, I think it was like a Thursday or a Monday night game. It was one of those primetime games. Titans are frisky here. Plus 350's very intense.
It's a good underdog, but I mean, dude, Titans lost to the Giants. Like,
I'm gonna be on the Titans. I already know I'm gonna be on the Titans, and I hate it. I'm disgusted.
Are you going money line? Okay, money line or spread though.
I mean, 9.5.
It's a lot of points.
Yeah, this is a division game.
Yeah, it's a lot of points.
Wait, no, it's not. I'm an idiot. Remove the division comment.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like this is a bit of a little bit of a rivalry between these two. The Bills so goddamn good.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll let you rock, and you can go on Tennessee. I am staying away from Tennessee, and dude,
It's a Monday night game, so I'm gonna have to have money on it.
No, I feel you. I probably will do. Listen, I'll be honest. I'm always honest with you guys, and obviously Wes as well. If there's football on and I'm watching a game, I was honest with you the time I dropped you as well. I told you. I told you straight away, and I got you in a call straight away, and I told you face. I told you face to face. Don't forget that. The cams were on in Skype. I just stay away from Tennessee, especially versus the Bills. Tennessee, if they were
Tennessee too.
I know if they were if they had 9.5 points against like another team, I'd be like, man, that's a pretty good. Like that's a pretty. I mean, 9.5. It's like you said, it's disrespectful. But against the Bills, I'm going Bills. I'm going Bills both ways. Wes is saying he's going to take Tennessee because of the ridiculous spread, which is fair.
I think Dawson Knox scores the first touchdown though. I will say that.
You get some crazy picks, huh?
I will have money on that bet.
I respect that. The Washington Commanders versus the Detroit Lions.
What the fuck is this?
I mean, here, bro. What's the analysis? I guess they're home. You know, at home -1.5, -1.5. Oh, I mean, man.
At what point? How did we get here?
It's just because of how many points they put up against the Eagles and their home. And it's like you said, I mean, like, it's only -1.5. It's not like they're being super generous, you know?
Give me the Lions.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I would probably go with the Lions as well. I honestly would go with the Lions. And I'll say this. If the Lions don't win this, I'm done with them. I'll be so disappointed and will never. Kazi, I don't know if you're here. I know you're a Lions fan. I'm so sorry. If they lose this, if you lose to the Commanders, like the Commanders barely beat.
This is so fucking bad.
I know, but he closed out the Jags though.
He did close the Jags out.
He threw a TD. It was like third and goal. It was like third. No, sorry, it was like 3rd and 15 if I'm not mistaken. They just tossed the TD. It would ruin the spread for me. I had a really good underdog bet. I do the same. I go Lions. Probably just take money line here. I mean, -1.5, not really.
Yeah, something about that 1.5.
That 1.5 scares me. You know what I mean?
Vegas is telling you that Washington has an opportunity to win this game outright, though, not giving 3 points to the Lions. They're saying that the Lions need the home field in order to win this game. That kind of scares you as well.
Agreed. 100% agreed. Jets and Cleveland. You can go kick it off. They're all just such. It's a weird week. It's a weird week, Wes.
This is a terrible week.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same. Do you guys feel the same in the chat? Like, it's a really weird week for football. If you're trying to make picks, like it's like they're blowout. It's all like blowouts and trap games. Like it's really. Okay.
I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm gonna have money on the Jets.
Really?
Am I happy about it? No.
I feel like there's a lot about this week that you're just not happy with, brother. I'll be honest.
I'm actually. Last week I bet my entire what I have in my Bovado account.
Yeah.
Last week I bet everything because I was like week 1 excited. I felt good about the games. Did really well. Doubled my money.
Yeah.
This week I'm literally setting myself a budget.
Yeah, I agree. I agree
because I'm like, this is just a week where I'm like, all right, what is
I'm gonna do a few like tossed up parlays that I think that kind of like we're talking about, maybe Cincinnati, maybe Green Bay, whatever. And then I'm gonna put something on some of the games that I watch. Other than that, this is just a watch week. I can't do it. I agree with Wes. This is not a good week.
I will say 40% of the money or 40% of the bets are on the Jets, 78% of the money. That is an absurd amount of a differential there.
On the Jets?
Yes. So people that know what they're doing are betting on the Jets this game. The Browns looked very good last week. I also want to go back on that Saints-Buccaneers game. Whatever I'm seeing right here on the differential for that shows me that there's money right now on the Buccaneers to win that game. So that's just coin toss. Stay away from the Saints.
I just feel like, I was gonna say, I just feel like that game is old. Like, because
let's give Jameis Winston a week to teach us what he really is.
Yeah, I agree. Seahawks, Cardinals, Vikings, underdog parlay. Bet the mortgage now. Seahawks, Cardinals, Vikings, underdog parlay. Damn, I don't know about that one. Chunky.
You think the Seahawks are capable of 2-0?
I do. I actually. Okay, listen. Call me crazy. Chunky brought it up, not me. I do think the Seahawks are capable.
No.
I do. Would I bet the mortgage? Absolutely not.
No,
Would I probably even bet the game? Probably not.
Shanahan could play quarterback for the Niners and beat the Seahawks tomorrow.
I think you're giving the Niners just too much credit, or maybe I'm giving the Seahawks too much credit. But
the Niners...
Seahawks defense look good, and I need to see the 49ers put up points for me to be 100% convinced. I say that with knowing I would take the 49ers, but I will agree with the chat when the chat is right. I do. If you're going to bet an underdog, I don't hate the underdog. I'll be honest. You can hate me for it. It's okay. I don't mind.
I always like a good dog.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I root for the underdog. You know, it's all right. I mean, you see
Been
it.
An underdog my whole life.
I mean, honestly, for the most part, same.
You've been a favorite the 10 years.
I said for the most part. I'm talking about like the first half of my life, you know?
Yeah, I feel that.
And the trenches.
Last faith in Jim.
I would lit up dodgeball, let me tell you. Broncos, Texans. I mean, Broncos are at home. Minus 500, though. You say you're putting money on the Texans already? Did you already say that?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. I'm. You know what? I must have been thinking of last week. I almost just made a bet up for you.
Last week I was on the Texans.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I'll buy a fucking Mills jersey if he wins this game, but that's not happening. Broncos bounce back here.
And they're at home
Too
on
much
top of
talent
it.
on that Broncos team.
And they're at home.
Real good opportunity for them to get right back into the swing of things. I think they looked like shit against Seattle, but that was a very emotional game for Seattle.
Agreed.
It's a short week, though, for the Broncos. There is so much advantage to playing in Denver with that altitude, though.
Yeah, I think that's what the spread is basically saying. Russell Wilson's first home game. You know, there's a whole lot of...
A big note here. Colts and the Texans played just about an extra quarter of football last week. More than anybody else. That matters. These guys are humans. Their bodies need to be able... It's early in the season, I know. But there's like some wild stats when you go into teams after a full session of overtime. Their ability to cover, their ability to win games. Broncos probably do a pretty good job of beating the fuck out of them up here.
Yeah, I fully agree. Someone asked in the chat, which we'll always try to answer the chat when someone asks a question. Browns versus Jets, who you got winning? Wes is. I think you said you're taking the spread for the Jets, correct?
The Jets
plus but would you go money line though for the Jets?
Shot.
Yeah. So
the Jets won a game.
Yeah. So Browns or Jets spread money line Cleveland. So Cleveland winning the game. I 100% agree. If you're gonna go one way or if you're gonna bet either of those, that's the correct way to be. I agree. Broncos, I don't see them losing at home. The odds point to it. Minus 9.5. I'd still go Broncos. I don't know. I'd still probably go Broncos, even minus 9.5.
There's a little something, and Vegas is kind of begging you to do this week. It's so you're just getting to learn about teasers. You can actually do on most books. You can actually do a 10-point teaser.
Okay.
I would stay away from all of the 9.5 games.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to do a Niners, Broncos, and then you really like someone like the Steelers to cover 12.5, which I think they do.
Yeah.
You really like
what's the odds on that? 12.5 Steelers Pats?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then it would be the other two just about to win.
Yeah.
It's not a bad bet. But teasers are typically really fishy.
I mean, yeah, plus 12. But hey, Mark, let's go, bro.
When you see these spreads so high, that's like an actual acceptable. You're actually getting the value of the 10-point teasers. You're not sitting there like going across some unimportant numbers. Like when you move across 7, 3, and 0, all in one spread, like that's a massive value in a teaser. You don't typically get that, but teasers I typically would tell you to stay away from entirely, just sucker bets in general. But
yeah.
I think that this is like a rare week.
I like. I mean,
you could probably make something make sense.
Yeah, ever since you showed me that, because I always just bet straight out the point spread or money line. I mean, obviously over under and parlays, all that stuff. I never knew I could actually move. I'm only like probably 2 years with it for the most part in terms of gambling on the games or wagering on the games. I've never moved the line one time, and I'm so glad that you showed me that you can and how
Careful
to do
with
it.
them though, because a lot of the time when you tease shit, you would have just won outright anyways.
Yeah, that's fair.
You got to make sure you're moving across significant numbers when you do that. And I'm talking like 7, 3. Like those are your 2 big numbers that you really want to move across when you're doing it. You don't want to like tease and in all honesty, teasing dogs is typically a better play than teasing favorites because dogs typically win outright in the NFL. Like think about like you're giving points to this team. Give me more points.
Give me more points, yeah, and your odds don't change drastically to where you can still make a good amount of money on it as well. Definitely agreed. Vikings and Philly. Wes, you're taking Philly here, huh?
I'm on Philly. I think I don't think the Vikings are that good, and I think Philly ends up in the NFC Championship, if not the Super Bowl. I think they were so good this past week.
Really?
AJ Brown is
even with the 38 or the 35 points for the Lions, you ain't worried about it one bit.
I'm fine with that. The Lions, that was a real emotional game for the Lions, right? Like they're all driven on this momentum as far as like changing the culture and that. Like the fact that they
got the
still
fight.
came out and won that game against like a team that's not going to give out or give up. I think Jalen Hurts looked great on the a road win in the NFL. That's big.
That is a big. Right? That is very true.
Let's not ever downplay what a road win does. You're at home. It's going to be a wild atmosphere there in Philly. Those fans are fucking ruthless. I really like the Eagles in this game.
Mark, don't be talking shit about American football, all right?
Dude, the guy fucking... Go play headers and volleys.
Oh, my God. All right, Vikings versus Philly. Wes said his idea on or what he thinks. I don't know. It's tough. I don't like Philly sports. I'll be honest with you. My heart is kind of involved in this one. I would much rather see the Vikings win as a Giants fan, and I think that the Vikings can win. Philly at home, but we have said this as well. Philly, I don't know if you have the breakdown. Philly minus 1.5 at home. I mean, that means that there's got to be something on the Vikings, no?
Caveat all of this with the Kirk Cousins in primetime.
That is very true. That is very true.
It's that simple.
I'm not.
Just take a step back, recognize the moment.
I'm not sold on Philly. This will be a big game for me if I am sold on them. I think they'll win. You know, the Giants and Cowboys and Commanders ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be good. Like they'll beat those teams. The Vikings beat Green Bay, and I think that even though Green Bay is almost becoming notorious for starting slow, they did beat a good team. You know, like the Vikings beat a good team, and I think that if I was going to go with an underdog pick, I will take the Vikings here. But I would not be. This is a scary game because I wouldn't be surprised for it to go. I wouldn't be surprised for the Vikings to just lose. Primetime, you know, I mean, Wes has already said it. Primetime Cousins, not notorious for incredible play. Eagles at home.
The guy does not show up.
Well, I think it's a big game for him, though.
He's had several big games.
Well, it's a big game for this team. Because, I mean, if you're beating the Packers, you shouldn't be losing the fucking Eagles. But, to be fair, you think the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. So, yeah. I mean, shit, there's really no shame in losing. If you think that team's going to the Super Bowl, there's no shame losing to that team. I mean,
this team is loaded with talent.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on the Eagles a majority this year. And I think Jalen Hurts looks really good in his
This will be the first game. Obviously, I don't watch preseason. This will be the first game that I get to see their team. I didn't get to watch them against the Lions at all. So, you know, I'll see. I'll see if I'm sold or not. It's a scary week, man. It's a scary week. Listen. If you listen to us, then listen to this. Protect your money here, okay?
Yeah.
Protect your money. Be careful on
It's a long season, gentlemen.
Yeah. Because all these games are just either not worth it, trap games, blowouts, like you name it, toss-ups. It's not. I feel in week one, I feel like even though it's week one, we had a really good gauge of I made I mean, maybe we can go into. I was in the plus, very, very high plus figures.
I made 2,500 last week. We did well.
There you go. I made 300. I bet small. I don't bet like Wes. I made $300, which for me, let me tell you something. That was a lot of wins. A lot of wins. This week I will not be doing that. I will not lose cash on these games. I said, the games I watch, I bet on. Some of the I'll throw a couple parlays together that I think are worth. I'll set a budget exactly like Wes said. What that budget will be, I mean, we'll kind of see. Wes, what did you bet on last week? If you want to go in there.
Last week I had Steelers, Chiefs, and Ravens. Very, very. I had a lot of money on each of those teams, and those games all felt great to sit back and
watch.
Steelers, Chiefs, Ravens.
I have it written down here so I could tell you. Yeah, I had a couple parlays, but long story short, a lot on the Chiefs, a lot of Tampa Bay, Chicago, Baltimore. Yeah, it's pretty much it.
I think this week we're gonna learn a lot about the NFL. Like, it's a week-to-week league, obviously.
He did have the Steelers, and same as us. Listen, that's why you got to follow us here, Cross. All right, you should. If you missed week 1, you would have heard us talking about it live, right, Wes?
Literally said division game at Pittsburgh.
+7.
+7.
+7. Yeah.
I don't know if that.
No, it was
Pittsburgh.
Cincinnati.
Okay.
+7 though.
Yep.
Called it.
Points.
Called it. Too many points. Division game.
Remind me every time the AFC North plays, if the spread isn't 3, we're taking the dog.
What was the stat? I don't know if you still have it, but it was like, Cross, it was this ridiculous stat about division games and a higher spread than +3. Basically, it was like
week 1 division games. Week 1 division games. The
it
dog
is what it is,
covered, like, team getting points covers, like, it was like 70-something% of the time. And it actually just like fucking actually hit 70-something% of the time.
100%. And that's what I went with Wes on it. I was like, you know what? I heard that stat and I was like, you know what? Dude, you know what also I was sold on too about that game that I will give us credit to? Preseason, man. Joe Burrow surgery, didn't play all preseason. I said I thought we saw what Matt Stafford did, and I was like, you know what? I kind of feel like Joe Burrow. We said it. He's gonna have a slow game. I think he's gonna be kind of catching back in the groove of stuff. And yeah, I mean,
I think that was a test for week 1 was a massive tell that preseason's important to play in. Everybody that didn't play in preseason pretty much played like shit last week.
Yeah, I think it was like
even like Lamar.
What did Llama say? Like 8 out of 10 QBs that didn't play in week 1 lost
out.
I mean, that's something I'll now take.
But that
take
being
with
said, it's week 2. They've got a game under their belt. Expect all of those rebounds. Yeah,
which is why we are saying that this week is kind of a trap week because they're trying to catch you on like
the
storylines of last week. So they're trying to catch you on like, oh, that team looked really good, so maybe I'll go with them again. It's a trap.
Hey,
it's a
trap. The Seahawks are getting 8.5 points. They just beat the Broncos. They're not that bad. No, they are that bad.
Hey, much love, Ben. Much love, homie. Yeah, we play lights out. All right, Wes. It's late, brother. It's late. It's bedtime. Got to fuel up and get ready for some tourney games tomorrow.
Yeah.
Are you casting tomorrow?
I got one series tomorrow. I think it's Elim Finals. So.
Oh, the one that we'll be playing in. Cool.
Apparently, I have what time was my call time? 8 a.m.
Yeah, 8 a.m. your time. I will say this. I'm absolutely gutted that we have. What was I gonna say? That we are playing what basically will be during a good amount of the football games. It is painful. Kazi, I love you. Thanks so much, homie. Appreciate you. Like Sunday, you know what I mean? Like when the football's on, like.
I think PJ. And I think you take it into account. If you're going to lose fast.
Fair enough. I thought you were going to say, like, you'd rather be playing on Sunday than watch it or something like inspirational. I thought he was going to be like an inspirational, like, you'd rather be playing than watch it. Instead, he hits me with if you're going to lose quick. I do agree. Listen, in an online tourney, I 100% agree. If you're going to lose, like.
Orlando is Sunday. Like,
no, we don't worry about football. We don't worry about football on that one.
Don't apply that. We might talk Thursday. Thursday about football.
I think
maybe like Saturday night or some shit at dinner.
We should. We honestly should. We should. I get in Wednesday. We should honestly plan to go to dinner. Maybe like Thursday night we head to dinner and pick somewhere that we can like watch the game or something like that. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Bravo always brings me to some vegan fucking places.
No,
they don't have any televisions. They don't believe in like physical contact.
And we're going to like a steakhouse or something for sure.
We're going somewhere with a TV.
Wait, is Bronco? Is Bravo literally football in my mind? Is Bravo vegan?
He's vegan until he's not vegan, then he's vegan the next day. It's a very confusing subject. It's a question for him and him alone. That being said, the Thursday night game next week, Steelers Browns, AFC North Division game. Look ahead line. It's always -3.
It's always a good game.
And the spread is 3. So right where it should be for that.
Mark, listen, I know you're not into American football, but you are more than welcome to join us, pal. All right, just know that.
Mark's gonna be there. Mark is with me Thursday and Monday. We're staying after.
Oh, okay.
I've already told Mark that he's watching American football both nights.
It's fair. Mark, has he watched it, or is he? I mean, I don't want to say a fan. Do you like American football?
He cheers when the kickers come out.
Okay. All right. Fair.
Yeah. Big kicker.
How do you think you guys all played? What, in the tournament, Gummy? Yeah, I thought we played pretty well, man. Honestly, I kind of talked about it at the start of the stream. I knew a lot of people were asking about it, so I did it. I'm pretty happy and confident with how we're playing heading into Orlando. I think a lot of teams are really good, so I think it's gonna be a battle at Orlando. Any Halo thoughts, Wes? What do you think of the tournament so far?
Good tournament so far. Love to be able to see. I'm worried about Cloud9. Is that weird? I don't know what to do. I'm gonna get asked predictions here and like for Orlando coming up, and it's just like a shit show because now we have like 6 teams that can all beat each other.
Yeah, I agree. What do you mean you're nervous about Cloud9? It's just because you don't feel like I
don't feel like they're having I'm not looking for them to have like instant success or like success online because I know that those guys like hate fucking online.
Especially now with how, I mean, you don't have to say anything, but obviously online's been even worse lately. So, I mean,
100%. That just like, they're as toxic as it gets in those environments.
Yeah.
I'm worried that could leak into their LAN performance though. Like, I'm worried that because they haven't had really any success, that they're not going to be the same like level of confidence without like, because they have a team change. There are some questions about how good they're going to be.
I don't think so. Davex, probably not.
I'm hopeful for them.
I think they're going to be really. I am not. I mean, I can only give so much of my thoughts, obviously, but because I just think every team's really good, and on top of it, like there's just no point in me ever talking about other teams. But I'm not. I think they're going to be great. I mean, we've scrimed against them, and we've had scrims that have gone our way, and we have scrims where like they literally are like lights out. So I think it's just and the way I look at it with them is like that's pretty typical. Like them, you know what I mean? Like scrim, like in terms of scrims against them.
They're either in the they're at least a top 16. Don't get me wrong, but I expect them to be in the finals a lot of the time.
Yeah,
and it's like there's honestly too many teams now. Where I'm becoming a why not to where I'm like, Optic, I kind of expect to be in the finals. Sentinels, I kind of expect to be in the finals. Like
it's gonna be a battle. I think Orlando and Worlds is gonna be. I mean, like you have so many teams now. I mean, us Optic. Phase C9, G1, Native Red. I always go to say KCP, but Native Red obviously can always cause upsets. Like there, I hope I'm not even missing anyone in that. But there's so many teams that can win or cause upsets, or I'm really really excited. Obviously,
United.
United, obviously, absolutely. I knew I was gonna miss someone.
There's 7. There's 7 contenders right now that like if they're all on fire, they can probably win the event.
I mean, Ascend and Quadrant, PK, aka SSG, they took us to Game 5.
G2.
G2 now with Barco. G2 is tough. Like I think G2 is gonna be really good. We're playing them in our pool, so I have to be careful saying this because I don't want to jinx ourselves.
Right.
The G2, I just feel really bad. I'm not saying anything about playing like us playing against them or anything like that because that's the worst karma ever. Because I think they're gonna be really good. Barcode is really good. The thing that sucks for them is just the amount of I don't know if maybe they have been able to. It's just the amount of practice that they've like. I don't think they've been able to practice with Barcode a lot. So that's the only thing that I'm like, oh man, that really sucks. At least for Orlando for that roster. But who knows? I mean, they might just fucking be like, I mean, it's like they're all pros. They know what the fuck they're doing,
Yeah.
Would you say the same thing? Like, it's just, I just feel like every other team's been practicing so much. Like, I just think it's gonna suck for them slightly, but maybe not. I don't know. Who knows?
No, it definitely sucks for them.
Yeah.
They needed to try and solve the problem a little bit more efficiently than I think they were able to, at least for Orlando. But still, an opportunity to create some upsets, and then Worlds is probably where they can get a little bit higher quality of practice and be a little bit more prepared.
Yeah, I still think they're gonna be good. And I think this is gonna be the best form of G2 we've probably seen. And we played against them a decent. I think we played against them almost every tournament. If I'm not, maybe we. Oh no, we didn't play against them at KC. They're really good. I mean, we played against them at Raleigh, I believe, and we played against them in at Anaheim, and they were really good. And I think now their roster is only gonna be better. So I think they're gonna be really good. But it's just, I think it's like we were saying, the practice thing is gonna be a little bit interesting to see. I just know I'd be mad or like annoyed by it.
Yeah.
United got swept by Ascend, but like Ascend's a really good team, and honestly, I think United's gonna be really good too. With online, you just take everything kind of for what it's worth, and like just kind of go next with it. Like United's 100% contender. I'd say Quadrant, Ascend, and SSG are all. I would literally say they're contenders heading into the tournament. Genuinely. We played. I mean, we won KC, and the most nervous I was that entire tournament was literally against Quadrant, and I promise you, it was like, that was like a battle
That
against
series was wild.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I literally was like, they're literally some of the best players I played against. Like, they were so good.
They're pretty solid.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I don't think that you could really.
There's a couple of European teams that are gonna really shift some things up and knock some people that expect to be at Worlds out.
That's fair. Are they going? Okay? No. So the European teams have to get top 12. I don't know if you know this. I don't want to put you on the spot. Do the European teams have to get top 12? Like, we all have to get top 12, right?
No, the two highest placing European teams will have a spot at Worlds, from my understanding.
Okay.
If two of them get within the top, if European teams place within the top 12, the next European teams will be given a shot at Worlds as well.
Okay, so it's top 12, then highest placing teams after. Okay, so
Yes.
realistically,
So if
like Ascend and Quadrant.
Ascend get top 12, Navi and J-Wings will probably be.
So basically, there's no world that like Ascend and Quadrant miss. Essentially, across. You're thinking of G1, pal. You keep talking about like online and facilities. You're thinking of G1. You're not thinking of G2.
You would think not. Everybody in Europe would have to place outside of the top 12, and one of those two teams would have to place lower than,
because it goes by
a J-Wings or a Navi.
Which I mean, I guess it depends on brackets, but I was supposed to go to this event. And it was so good. Who lost round one?
We did.
That's very true. Shit.
You never know what the bracket looks like, because all of a sudden we're just.
Wait, who is Navi's pool, Mark? Hold on, let me go. I'll pull it up for 1 second before I head out.
Navi pool could be a blessing. Just.
I'm trying
for the rest of the teams in the pool.
Navi's solid. What the hell are you talking about? No? Who did Navi beat? Or no, who did they go game 5 with at the European LAN event? Yeah, he's saying in terms of other. Who did they go game 5 with, Mark? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, they're in our pool. Oh shit. Oh god, that's kind of disrespectful out of me. I forgot. Yeah, I think it was Quadrant. It's G2, us, Cruelty, and an open bracket team. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said. I think the fact that G2 hasn't been able to practice, is that why you're saying that they got kind of lucky, Mark? Is because like you just know that G2 hasn't gotten in like any majority of practice. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think that's fair. No shade to G2. I think that's fair. Like, they just haven't been able to practice with their new teammate, and yeah, I mean, shit. Navi's been playing against fucking NA teams on top of it, so yeah, it'll be interesting. Pool A, man. Ascend, FaZe, Optic. Sheesh Louish, bro. Sheesh Louish. All the other pools are pretty standard for the most part. Quadrant, Native Red, G1, Cloud9, United, J-Links, SSG. Yeah, it's really good. Dude, I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped. What's up, Collect? It is a late stream. Worlds is October 23rd or something like that.
You see Collect got on a team?
Did he?
Yeah.
What?
Oxygen picked him up.
Oh, shit. Collect, congratulations, bro. What the hell? I mean, I say congratulations if, like, I mean, no, I mean, yeah, like, congrats. I mean, I don't know how the fuck.
Better than not going.
I know. Oh, I thought he was. I thought that's what I said. I thought he wasn't about to go, but like, I really wrote him. I was like, bro, I don't know how in this whole thing that went on, you know, SSG picks up a whole new roster. How in the world he didn't get on the team? Even Tylenol not getting on the team. I mean, I think maybe Tylenol didn't want to go, or I don't really know. But Jesus Christ, man, is Tylenol on the team? No, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think he is. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, I just don't. No offense to the other two, because I think the other, like, your teammates are obviously solid. To Preston and Aaron, but I was just shocked that you guys should have been on the team twice. Yeah, I was literally just stunned. What's up, Cheesy? Yeah, I was stunned that you two didn't make it on a team. I thought that it was going to be a little bit of a shift, but I don't know if there's anything to do with contracts and stuff like that on top of it, because it could have been, right? Maybe. Yeah, I agree, Collect. I would have been bummed, bro. Collect, you've had such a good year one. I would have been bummed to not see you, you know, trying to make it to Worlds. You know, just sitting at home with your talent is wasteful, literally wasteful. So I'm glad to see you made it to a team.
How come you don't say that to me?
Like now, or like in the past?
You don't think I'm talented?
No, you're not. I think you're talented. I just don't think you're allowed to play. I tell you to go play Valorant all the time. What are you talking about?
All right, I appreciate it.
You're not allowed to play. You're not allowed to play Halo. What are you talking about?
Mark and I were wreaking havoc on the doubles playlist the other day.
I'll tell you what. That is one of the most typical things possible, because that doubles playlist is fucking. That's a stressful place. That's a stressful place.
There are some fucking creatures in that playlist.
Kind of poetic justice, though, as SSG gets a new roster after dropping their previous to get rolled. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Kazi. I'll wait for the LAN event to see. I thought PK was good, man. We played against that PK team. It was a little bit of an annoying series when we played against PK at the KC. I mean, KC was so fucking long ago on top of it, but we had a bunch. I don't know if you remember, Kazi. We had a bunch of resets, and we lost like a 50-49 Slayer, and then it's like, I mean, Wes, you know how it goes in these series sometimes. It's like, it was like 3 lagouts in game 1. We win game 1 pretty easily. And then like game 2 was like 50-49. And then we lost like one other random game. And you're like, oh, we're going game 5. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you lose one objective and you're like, you lose a Slayer on one objective. You're like, oh, shit, time to go game 5. Jesus Christ.
Every game matters.
Yeah. It does. It does. All right. I'm jumping off, brother. It's absolutely late. I got to get food. Good talking to you.
Go to bed.
It's a stressful week, brother. It's a stressful weekend, I should say.
Just enjoy some football when you can.
Yeah, I always just toss it up. I'm saying I like what you said about the budget, because I'll tell you what, I'm not burning all the cash I made week 1 and losing it week 2 just because I have to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, no worries, Davis. Much love, homie. PK players who have mad image of talent. If you watch, 100%. That's what I'm saying. Like I think that's the hard part of like a LAN event, Mark. Like we play against them and they're super super talented. Same thing with Quadrant. Like when we played against them, it was like, bro, I just think in this game there's so much individual talent in general, that if your team is like starting out slow or you're lacking or anything, you just get caught off guard. And that's literally what happened in Quadrant. Like we won game 1, and game 1 was pretty easy, and then game 2 we lost 50-49, and they hit every no scope imaginable, and then we lost like recharge ball, because that recharge just wasn't great for us, but Slash, they just played it great. And like game 4 we're like steamrolling, and then all of a sudden like whoop, they started steamrolling us, and I was like, shit, we're about to go lose. Like, we're about to go lose bracket. Jesus Christ. You think Ascend can get top 4? Yeah, absolutely. I think Ascend and Quadrant can both get top 4, literally without question. I wouldn't even be surprised to throw Navi in the mix too. But I say the Navi pick with seeing them play close with Quadrant. So Quadrant and Ascend obviously are the 2 best coming into the tournament from that region. But yeah, I mean, I think Wes said it. 7 teams. Is that what you said, Wes? 7 teams.
7.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty fucking wild at the end of the day. 7 teams that, like, if they
got to be on fire, the back end of them, but
yeah, possible, doable, absolutely doable.
BTH did it. If Maniac can win,
okay, I'm just gonna say this though. That BTH, dude, you guys were so good. Like, you guys were
actually beating the fuck out of everybody.
No, I know. So this, like, I literally, like, I don't even. You guys
No
didn't need to
surprise to
be.
us.
No, you didn't. I played against. Like, I literally played against. I told you this many times. Obviously, I'm sure you love hearing it. I played against that BTH team in 2009, like a decent amount, right? At Anaheim, we played against them. They just lost the Dynasty. We played against you guys. It was one of the
We didn't
hardest.
call out
It
in that
was one
series.
of the hardest 3-0s I have ever received in my life.
Fierce
And
goose.
did he actually goose?
Yes, he goosed in games 1 and 3.
Did he actually though? Like, yeah, are you
Yes.
fucking with me though? I don't remember.
promise you. It was onslaught flag game 1 he goosed, and then in game 3 he goosed as well.
All right, so like I said, it was one of the hardest 3-0s I've ever been given, and I found out they didn't even call out the entire time.
We were so mad that we just lost the dynasty
That's what I'm
that we
saying.
didn't say a fucking word.
I thought that about you guys. I thought that about Anaheim. Obviously, I don't. What place did you get in the Anaheim event? Do you know? And obviously, you won the next one.
5th.
Fifth. Okay. I literally played against you guys and was fucking stunned that you got fifth because I was like, they were so
Well,
good. I don't understand it. They went out and won the next one. In my head, I was like,
We beat Instinct twice that tournament too. I thought the Instinct team was the best team in the game.
oh yeah, the one with Fear Itself. Oh, bro,
Fear itself,
Roy
neighbor,
Lunch.
Roy Lunch.
Oh, Jesus.
They were.
Um,
We beat them. The thing is throughout the year, like you look at our like track record throughout the year, and like we beat Straight Rippin', we beat TD, we beat Straight Rippin' 3 times that year. We beat TD that year. Like we beat the fuck out of Classic every time we played them. We we beat Instinct twice at Anaheim. Like we knew that. Like we had a track record that showed that like
of being a
we
real, like
could
you
be-
could beat anyone, basically.
we had beaten everybody
you
going
beat
into
TD
that.
earlier in
We
the
just
year.
hadn't done it all in one weekend,
Yeah.
right?
100%.
So it was like, and online, like we were winning every scrim. Like Demon D's host, like was pretty rough for some people, but
Still, still a good sign, obviously,
yeah,
Same treble, same.
The fact that people try to play us out like we were like a significant underdog, like that's not.
No, that's why I thought the exact same
Triggers
thing.
Down and Straight Rippin'
The
knew
other
exactly who
time
the fuck
that I
we
thought
were.
this about you guys was after, and I've obviously told you this, was what was the first reach event West? Was it Dallas?
That was the best team I was ever.
Oh, bro, how the fuck did you guys
Well,
lose
Scotty's
that?
girlfriend cheated on him. Fucking
All right, come on,
Saturday
bro.
night with
Don't
an
be,
amateur,
don't
and we
be,
fell
don't be. Why are you
apart.
gonna be putting that out in the air like that?
because it costed me a tournament.
Okay, I mean, fair, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't be airing out people's personal stuff, but
That's
yeah,
not my- I mean,
okay. But
not
we
my
played you on.
fucking-
Wait, when did we play you though?
Not my fault. She's a slut.
No, we played you on Sunday.
Yeah,
No,
we
but
played you on Sunday.
yeah. So what do you mean? I mean,
You guys were never beating us.
you guys were nasty.
You guys were never.
Yeah, but how did you lose to like? Did you
We
lose
lost
to SQ? You
TJ's team.
No, you lost to TJ's team twice.
I never lost to. No.
lost to TJ's team twice.
We lost to TJ's team, and then we lost to, I guess, TJ's team twice.
I think you had to lose to TJ's team twice.
Yeah.
If you didn't lose to SQ, who won the event, then you lost to TJ's team twice. And I'm not joking. Like, I literally don't know. Like, look, I wasn't on a good team. We somehow scraped out a
Dude, I
fourth
don't know
fucking
how you
place.
guys were where you were when
Listen,
we found
listen.
you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If you look at my career,
I'm giving you props there.
no,
I don't know how y'all got
Listen,
here, but
if you look at my career, if you look at my career through my lifetime, I'm gonna say I shouldn't have been in a lot. I shouldn't have been in a lot of placings that I made it to. And it's not. I'm not trying to throw shade people's way, but
the come up is a long journey.
it's a long journey. It was a painful, long journey.
Trust me, I had my fair share.
I know you.
Of
I
what
know
the
you.
fuck
I
am
know
I
you
teaming
did.
with right
I mean,
now
bro, we
moments.
beat Roy, Lunch, T2, and Tots. That was obviously wasn't even that good. Oh, sorry, no, hold on, forget about that team. We beat FB, Ola, Fear Itself, Victory X,
Yeah, I don't know how
and
that
Ogre
happened.
2. It was me, Robbie B, Elamite, and Strong Side.
Yeah,
That was for
the
top
team.
8. Oh my god.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like I love my boys. Don't get me wrong, but we had abs. Shout out my boy Robbie B. I fucking love Robbie B so
That
much,
BTH
but
team
we
was the
had no
only
business being there.
That BTH reach turn team was the only team I ever had that I felt like I was the favorite going into the event.
You guys were. I remember landing against you guys, and you again.
We
So
had
you
not lost-
served us one of the. You 11-0'd us. You literally
Yeah,
played it.
we
We
left
land
with
them.
everyone.
Yeah, they were at 11-0. Didn't FB win the land though, or something like
we
that?
we weren't at a land with that B.
Oh, maybe.
There's two
Okay.
lands.
There's two. Okay, so maybe that's because there was like a. Was there a tournament on that land? Like they do like a little mock-up
Yeah, they
tournament.
did like a little
Did you win it?
Saturday shit. Yeah, we didn't lose a series as a team before the event. We had never lost a scrim. We went to the LAN and Power. All right, the best part about it is this Baxter guy over in Europe.
Yeah, I know who he is.
He claims that he has like 27 championships and shit. I don't even know what the fuck is like. He's on drugs. But apparently he was at this LAN. When Power was at the same LAN, and we played them in 2 series. We were at this LAN for like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
Played them in 2 series, 22-0. It was ugly. And we literally had to have a conversation that, hey, this practice isn't worth your time. It's not worth our time.
Yeah.
So we should just scrim other teams at this LAN.
That's tough. At a land too. That's tough. You know.
It's like, let's just acknowledge the fact that we're in 2 different fucking planets.
Dude, the Royal 2 and I were almost a story that never was, huh? If we get knocked out by TJ's team at Nats,
We weren't getting knocked out.
I know that. I know that, but still, you know what I mean?
If I don't get that snipe against the fucking
Europeans.
Australians. Or
Right, Europeans, bro.
I don't remember who we played.
Wait, Riots is
Nah,
European, right?
No, Riots is... yeah, he's Europe.
Yeah, it was that team.
Is that who it was?
Yeah, it was Riots because they were like, bro, Europeans are just nasty with the snipe. I'm gonna just say it. They're
I don't know what the fuck was going on with you guys.
Don't say you guys.
I'm saying you guys.
Don't say.
I have no idea who was responsible.
Do not say you. You could say the other guys. That's what we say. We say we don't know what's going on with the other guys. Royal 2 is to blame for the whole series. I blame him.
What was going on?
No, I'm not joking.
I was world starring.
Guys, we lost I'm literally have to go, so I'm sorry, but we're at 2011 Nats. Our team was so good. It was Warriors, it was me, Dursky, Royal 2, and obviously Wes, Clutch. We were so good. We got third. We fucking choked at Orlando.
The Nats, we got second.
We choked at Orlando. We blew it to TJ's team. We literally choked.
Game 11.
Should have been in the finals. Game 11. Yeah, it was game 11. We choked. And we lost round 1 to... It was Aries Carey's team. Were they Give Me My Money? Who the fuck were they at that time? It had to be Give Me...
they were Active Rush.
Active Rush. It was like alumni Aries Carey. The only person I know on the team, I'll be honest, no disrespect, was Aries Carey's because I have fucking flashbacks to this day of how the insane Halo he was fucking playing.
I work with Mason on a daily basis.
I knew Alumni's there because he did the belt. That's the only reason I know Alumni's there. No offense to Marcus. Go ahead. What are you saying?
Said I work with Mason, and it's just so funny. We like randomly will bring up the greatest Halo ever played was not Blade. It was Aries Carey.
No, it's the story untold. Like someone needs to go find the VOD footage of that series and just show perfect Aries Carey. The most perfect Halo you will ever see was Aries Carey's that tournament or that series. I'm sorry.
It was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. And then we went to Game 5 with the European team. We lost that series. It's Nats. It's round 1. Jesus fucking Christ. We lose. We go to Subway. We have this big team talk. I'm listening to Wes and Sean tell me how it's probably their last event. Like, you know, this is the best team that they're on. Like, they ain't going anywhere else. Then we almost lose to fucking the European team. We go game 5. West gets sniped, calls it. He wins us the game. And then the next team we play is TJ's team, who got second in the tournament before, the team that we fucking blew it against. For top 8. For top 8, by the way.
For top 8.
And
beat
then
the fuck out of them now.
We destroyed them. We beat them 3-1. And then we played
Status Quo, maybe?
Status Quo. We 3-1 them. They weren't
terrible.
good. We were never losing. I think we 3-0'd them. I don't even know if it was 3-1.
How about the Wild Series was the what was their
Fnatic.
team name? Was it Fnatic?
Is that who you're talking about or no?
Yeah,
it was Fnatic.
I just don't know what
bro.
org was repping them.
It was Fnatic. It was the straight stick team.
Yeah.
I remember we were down. Were we down 2-0 in that
2-0.
series? Yeah, we were down 2-0, and I remember like. I remember like us like walking to the back. I went to get a water. I think it was like it was a bathroom break. That's what it was. So we had to go to a bathroom break, and like Wes literally we were like washing our hands in the bathroom, and Wes literally turns to me and goes, "PJ, we are not losing." What I said online? Yeah, you said remember what I said online? Because online we were like we'll never lose to this team or something like that.
I will never lose to these kids at a tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, TJ's team blew it in that event after. Yeah, absolutely. OP. I mean, we're really good, to be fair. We shouldn't be playing each other.
PJ. I'll wrap it up quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I looked at PJ as we're washing our hands down 2-0 in the series, and I looked at him. I said, "You remember what I said, Juan?" He goes, "What?" Oh, I'm not fucking losing to these kids at a tournament.
Yeah. And we came back.
You remember that Sank flag game?
I really don't. Honestly, usually my memory is so good. Oh, was that game 3?
That was game 4.
Okay, we won game 3. Game 4 was wrapped up, and then game 5.
Game 4 was like a 4-minute Sank flag game where I got their snipe. Matt had our snipe.
Yeah, it was G.
And I think the highest kills in the lobby was like 11.
Yeah,
and we fucked them.
Dude, you know what we got kind of blessed with when you go back to like game 5s and all that stuff? Zealot TS, dog. Just so we made
map
so much.
Was in our favor.
We made so much money because of Zealot TS. Oh my god.
Dude, that game 5 was probably
game 5 versus Fnatic. Game 5
dude,
versus
it was like 35-35. I pick up snipe and I get 7 straight headshots
against Fnatic.
Yes.
We beat BTH game 5 on Zealot as well, didn't we?
Yeah, we staked them.
Yeah, that was beyond them.
The Fnatic game was like close, and I promise you, I picked up snipe.
No, I remember.
It wasn't on my screen, but if you watch the kill feed, it's just clutch sniped, clutch sniped, clutch sniped, clutch sniped, and I'm literally playing like it's if you watch Ye play Valorant.
That's what it looks like.
It's what it looked like. I remember just like quick scoping the fuck off people on like the little heady on the flags.
Yeah.
Like, I'm, like, at the opposite lift, and I'm just, like, quick scope fucking pixel shooting these heads. I was, like, feeling myself in that game. And
BTH, we got the same one. Somehow, some way.
Yeah.
Bro, West game 5, Zealot was lights out. Yo, Brian, thanks for the resub. I will tell, bro. I will relay it.
Game 5 throughout my career was, like, 20-2.
Arctic, I love you. I don't even know what mine would be. I've gone to so many game 5s in my lifetime, both wins and losses. I'd be curious what the fuck. I actually would be curious what my record would be.
Like, there was a point in my career, I think, going into 2011 where I'd lost one game 11 against Final Boss in H3, and outside of that, I'd never lost a game 5.
That's typical.
I was like 17-1.
That's typical. That's just ice, isn't it? Though.
It's just rising to
just icy, dude. Zealot TS. That just made me smile so much thinking all the Zealot TSs we got.
We need a remake Zealot.
Oh my god, bro! I just forgot. Dude, why? How did? Did we not play Fnatic and BTH back to back? Maybe we didn't. Maybe I'm wrong.
We did. BTH was for.
Why were they both Zealots game 5s though? Like what? Who did that rotation? We gotta talk to Adam about that one. He fucked that one. He fucked that one up.
Appreciate that.
Oh my god, bro. Oh Jesus. Nah, it's so funny. I always think back to stuff like that because, like, you know, Matt and I were like, you guys gotta remember too. When I said like the Royal 2 and I would have never like. I don't know if Matt and I keep teaming after that. Like if we get knocked out to like TJ's team and we don't get top 8, like I mean Matt and I weren't Matt and I yet. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like it was only our second event teaming. Like I literally had to be like convinced to team with Matt from West, like for the first event that we did team. Like if we get top 8 or top 12, sorry, that's the Nats event. Like I mean we don't stay together, obviously, even though like we all liked each other, but you know what I mean? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, wild.
It's storybook stuff, if you ask me. I don't know.
All right, brother. I'll let you go.
Yeah, I gotta go, brother. Yo, enjoy the games. Good luck casting, and I'll text you. All right.
Good luck in the tourney.
Yes, sir. All right, later, brother. Love you. Peace. All right, chat. That's it. Appreciate you guys sticking around. Good little Halo chat into some football talk. Dude, listen, man, we had over 100 viewers. Hey, what's up, Firehose? How's it going, homie? We had over 120 viewers literally through the whole football stuff. Listen, I'm into NFL stuff. Hopefully you guys are as well. Gamble responsibly, be safe, you know. But I'm just going to try to stream as much as I can overall. So, you know, hopefully you guys don't mind me just kind of doing what I want, you know, whether it's football, Destiny, Halo, you know, give or take, whatever it might be. Hey, appreciate you, Obi. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, we're playing some good Halo right now, man. You know, win or lose tomorrow, I'm really proud of where we're at. I think overall we're just really strong heading into the event, and I think that a lot of teams should be feeling the exact same. So, you guys know how I feel about online stuff. I just think I'm really confident and feeling good. So, you know, knock on wood, but hopefully we can kind of keep that going into the Orlando tournament. I mean, tomorrow's tomorrow. Hopefully we play well. I just want to keep seeing progression. That's what I care about online, and that's what we've seen. So, you know, A lot of hard work paying off. I love you guys. Be safe. Be well. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy football Sunday. Peace. Be responsible. Gamble responsibly. Much love.